It's almost as cold out here today as it is in a hostile courtroom, but not quite. Obviously, we're disappointed with the results today, and we disagree. We are calling on the Connecticut Supreme Court by way of this statement to make haste on its ruling with respect to our gag order. Mr. Dulos remains the preoccupation of many malefactors who are intent on demonstrating his guilt in the absence of persuasive evidence to that. We'd like to speak freely. We are limited in what we can say. Obviously, we're disappointed in today's ruling. We will revisit it shortly. We look forward to getting the state's discovery. We have a plan to attack this case, and we will be looking for a trial as quickly as possible. It is our hope to try this case in September. Beyond that, I know you'll have questions, so I turn first to Helen.
Norm, you talked in court about the fact that Mr. Dulos was being taunted. Could you just elaborate a little bit on that claim?
We have been following various web pages ostensibly devoted to supporters of Jennifer's. They are encouraging people to place items outside of his home. I'm not sure what that's about. It might be harassment in any other context. I remind the supporters Jennifer is missing. She may be presumed dead as far as they're concerned. We've yet to see persuasive evidence of that. We're aware of another individual who talked his way into Mr. Dulos' home over the Christmas holidays and is now trying to sell those copies of tape-recorded conversations to others. He thought he was sending text messages to a friend saying he got himself off the Jennifer support groups because he didn't want others, including me, to know who he was. I know who you are. We're watching what you're doing. You don't have evidence related to Mr. Dulos. The state has it. It hasn't shared it yet. We are confident in our odds at trial because we know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know. What we don't know is what the state doesn't know. And let me break it down. No one knows where Jennifer is. The state is trying to put together a case that Mr. Dulos is responsible for that murder or for that disappearance, and we take the position there's insufficient evidence to conclude that she's even dead.
Are you worried about the public perception at all, though, with Mr. Dulos allegedly removing those items, how that's perceived by people?
Well, I'm worried about how you're perceiving it. I'm worried about how it's being reported. Imagine you woke up one night in the face of a missing loved one with whom you may have been engaged in some court-related hostilities. The world thought you were the person responsible for the loved one's disappearance, and they began to place items on your lawn or close to your home. Do you leave them there and say all is fair in love and war, or do you remove them? Yeah, I'm worried about the public perception, but there are 12 good people who we don't yet know, and that will be the juror in this case, the jurors in this case. When we have the jury and we have an orderly courtroom proceeding by people committed to deciding this case by the rule of law, we are extremely confident in our odds. So yes, I am worried about it. This is a bad day for us.
What were the items that were taken from the memorial that taunted Mr. Dulos?
First, we don't know that there was a memorial. We know that items were placed, candles, wreaths, and so forth, in close proximity to his home with an aim to tell him, whatever it is these folks wanted to tell him. You'll have to ask the people who reported items missing.
Do you agree with the judge's characterization that removing the items was stupid?
Improvident. I thought it was a poor choice of words on his part, but I'm not. He wears the robe, I don't. He swings the gavel, I listen.
Fotis, do you have anything to say for yourself today?
Mr. Dulos will save his comments for the time of trial. Thank you all. Take care, Helen.